winnerswaybook.com, how to win no bid contracts, y'all. We're here to talk about this world of no bid contracts. I'd love to know if you've ever been contacted. Type a yes in the chat if someone ever contacted you and said, hey, I have a no bid contract for you. So if anyone's ever said that, type yes. Somebody called you, or maybe somebody like reached out to you, somebody you know, they were like, hey, there are these no bid contracts. So often, what's up, Faith? Often what'll happen, that's okay, L Prof, is there are companies that'll reach out to you and say, hey, we want to put you on the GSA schedule. Hey, we have these no bid contracts for you. So often, once you get your cage code, you're going to start getting all of these solicitations. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ty. Ty said, just got a call today for a no bid contract. And then Ruth changed her answer from no to yes. Yeah. Don't forget, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. And we're gonna run into this. This is something that comes up a lot. What's up, Shanae? Is this whole notion that there are these contracts that are like behind closed doors, and you gotta have some kind of password for, and they're just going to give them to you. I mean, this is definitely going to show you the game. winnerswaybook.com, as well as proposalthatwins.com, which is $447, proposalthatwins.com. But let me break this down. I have been in this space, as I age in reverse, since I was like 10. Y'all, look at how, can we talk about, I mean, this, we don't need all the cleavage, but can we talk about how long this hair is? Dang, dang, y'all, hair is long. I've been in this space for a really long time. I can't think of any time where an agency was just like, hey, Kizzy, we just want to give you this contract. Here, take this contract. And thank you so much, Kimberly, for the kind words. The curls, got it. I see you all here. I see your questions, and I will get to your questions. Never has that happened. Awesome, Ruth. I'm excited for you to get the book. Here is what really happens, okay? If you're ready for what really happens, type yes. Cordero's funny. Thank you. I got my Tulum stuff on today. Well, my Tulum top. Okay, this is how it really works. There is a thing called the GSA schedule, okay? And if you want to see the GSA schedule, I want you to type a number 1, and I'll show it to you. So there's this thing called the GSA schedule. And so a lot of people like to say, oh, you need to get on the GSA schedule, get on the GSA schedule. I think it came up recently where somebody was like, get on the GSA schedule. Kizzy, I'm trying to get on the GSA schedule. And I was like, whoa, like this is a lot. Like, let's break this down, because it's important that you understand what you're bidding on. You understand what a GSA schedule is. You understand all of these things, so you don't end up in a situation where you're like, oh, that's what I got. Because that happened. I remember a gentleman reached out to me. He and his wife were, I think, expecting their first child or just had their first child. He won his first contract and he was so excited. He was like, oh my God, Dr. Parks, it's $1 million. It's $1 million. He didn't talk like that. And I was like, okay. And he said, but they're not spending $1 million. I said, well, tell me more about this. He's like, oh, it's for like shipping with the Army. I said, okay. And I looked at the contract and instantly I knew it was like a as needed basis. You don't need the AC guy to come over every day. I mean, unless, that's your friend. But you don't need that. So what the Army actually purchased was the ability to spend $1 million over the course of several years. But on average, they were spending maybe 20 to 30,000 a year, which is still amazing. But he went in thinking, oh, I'm going to get $1 million. I got all this free help from my SBA. We got this new child. This is amazing. And he was very perplexed. Like, he was in shock because that's not at all what the contract was. And it wasn't going to be that. And he was actually losing money on it. And so I go over all of these things to save you the time and energy and the heartbreak so you don't end up like this. So what I'm doing right now is I am logging into eBuy. So one of the things out there is people will say, yeah, get a GSA schedule, you're going to make all this money. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what other things they say, but I do hear things like that. And then when they call me, they'll say, oh, we want to help you, government. Like a guy literally called me today and he's like, we want to help you, Kizzy. Government contracting is hard. And I was like, I got government, whatever. I'll go with your spiel. Okay, so I want to say a couple things as we do this together. Okay, one, I do have my VPN on. Number two, because I live in Mexico. Number two, there may be times where the screen goes black. Okay? So just be patient with me. You're going to see ads. Be patient with me. Okay? So that's all I ask for. I'm not going to do a ton of screen sharing, but enough. So the thing about the GSA schedule, as you can see on the screen, is your schedules are listed. So that's our STARS 3. This is our MAS schedule for training. And if you are clear on what I just shared, let me know. Just make sure you're clear. We're clear. Okay. So you can see there's messages. Hello, Kizzy. You can see I'm not like, this is not some weird screen thing. I downloaded online. What happens is we have a schedule. Get back to the questions, okay? I just want to go through this. So what I actually took me 3 companies in almost 5 years. Eventually we got on. So it took receipts. It took showing that we had some past performance from private sector, government. They just want to make sure you can do the work. Why? Because they get a cut of the sale, and they benefit by having companies that the government wants to work with. That's how this operates. Okay? So if you're clear on this, make sure you type yes so that I know you're clear. So we spent all this time and energy. We got on here because the very important thing happened, and that is my mentor showed me the GSA schedule. 2017, 2018, she said, Kizzy, we do about $1 million a year. You need to get on this schedule. And she said, this is what it looks like. She said, Kizzy, it automatically populates the opportunities. She said, these are the only opportunities you can bid on because they're based on your NAICS code. So I'm sharing this information with all of you here. These are it. It happens to be fourth quarter, whether you're watching live, you're watching a replay, or you're watching years from now. So if this were October 10th, there may only be 2. And while this is the training NAICS code, and maybe you're a diversity and inclusion trainer, you can still bid on leadership, SAP, financial, civilian leadership, suicide prevention. You can bid on any one of these. It's just this is it. Those are the only options. What's great about this is only vendors who applied for the GSA schedule can see this information and bid. Now, did you notice? I didn't say no bid. We still have to bid. We still have to bid on these. I don't just click, oh, they want, let's see what they want. Groundwater and well-designed training course. Okay. Sally, I'm gonna give it to you. No, that's not how it works. There's a solicitation. They want a past performance survey. The screen looks a little different. And you can see they have set-asides here too. I want to be very clear. I have never come across anything in my life where they're just like, there's always been something I've had to give. A PowerPoint presentation, a price quote, a formal present. There's always been something. I want you to walk away as you watch this live that while the GSA schedule is amazing and there's opportunities here, you still have to make the most of these opportunities. You have to. And then also for those of you in diversity, if the president changes, they're going to probably ban it again. So you better get your diversity in now. This one is of interest. An instructor designer support services. The only thing is it's for SAPR, sexual assault prevention and response. And I'm not a fan of supporting this program. And let me tell you why before you're like, what? I don't like to support controversial programs where they could use us as a scapegoat. I'm very familiar with SAPR, and maybe there are those of you here who maybe you were involved in SAPR, but it's not something I would bid on. But it's here. It's what's nice about it is it basically looks like it's a multi-year, and you may be just fulfilling this might just be a staffing gig. Yeah, it looks like it is based on this. If it's staffing, maybe, but otherwise, it's not really something we would go after. So in this area, while the NAICS code is 611-430, the type of training varies from mental health, SAPR, groundwater, federal writing course. We've done those kind of courses before. Federal acquisition certification training, diversity, finance, suicide prevention training. It runs the gamut. So only us on this schedule can bid on these opportunities. You can see the different messages that you have. You can see our price quotes. I think this is the one we won, this one. Sometimes they don't they don't update it properly. And also one thing about the GSA schedule is, I'm going to stop sharing right now, is sometimes they'll pay you on credit card. Our very first GSA win was like I think it was under $3,500 because I just wanted a win. Sometimes you just need that in life. If you can relate to that, you just need a win to boost your confidence. Type of five in the chat. And so we ended up winning, and the agency called. I remember I was like, who is this? Hello? And they're like, Hi, I'm looking for Dr. Parks. We're here to pay with a credit card. And I was like, pay with a credit card? And this was one of the rare times where they wanted to pay early. So it's not very common that they do it, but they have with us. Actually, they paid us early. An agency did with something. winnerswaybook.com. My voice is feeling a little sore, so I'm going to take a couple questions. Proposal.wins.com. Proposal that wins. So my question is, first, before I answer y'all's question, and then I'll show you guys what this looks like. Did you find that helpful? Was it helpful to see what an actual GSA schedule looks like? And as you're typing, if you found it helpful, type yes. If you're wanting to work on proposals, you want to know everything that goes into a proposal, proposal.wins.com is $447. You get a ton of content. It's the greatest thing I have ever created in my life. I respond to the questions. We're going to do monthly lives. I love that. How do you sign up for GSA? Well, one of the ways that we paid a company to sign up, I know one of my former students, he was part of some kind of beta program. And that's again, proposal.wins.com, proposal.wins.com. So, oh shoot, wrong button, y'all. Button. So one of the things is I firmly believe you should hire somebody for your GSA schedule. It was so elaborate the very first time we submitted. They kicked it all back and said, sorry, we had tech problems. You can go to their website, like gsa.gov. Kizzy, Sean wants to know, do you use FBO for solicitations? Sean is now called Sam, like Uncle Sam. Yeah, Shoshana, I'm there with you. Shoshana, doesn't it take 2 years and 20K to get on a GSA schedule? Not really. It seems like they're very eager to bring on small businesses. Because think about it. Pretty much any of us, I mean, a lot of us could bid on those training opportunities. How is it any different finding a groundwater well trainer than it is finding a roofer? And so they don't want to put small businesses in a disadvantage just because they may not have certain experiences. And again, I want to remind you that there may be ads on this live. So just be aware, okay? And you can also tell we don't get the trolls on this style of a live. It's very intriguing. I'm going to answer a couple more questions. I love and adore you all. I got to get not just ready for bed, but I got to rest my voice. I definitely used it a little too much today. Calcutta, yes, verify your cage. Somebody over here didn't even realize that GSA emailed me our cage code for our 8A joint venture in July. You know, stuff happens. What's a good company? Dennis, the company I use, I don't know if they still do it. So I don't want to recommend anyone. Oh, Shoshana over here giving out hair products. I love it. Ty, bidding 95 on a janitorial contract. Is that your total? Ty, is that the total for 5 years or for 1 year? Anytime, Sean. I'm glad that, and I want to say thank you so much for those who are live and participating. Thank you so much for those of you watching the replay and participating. I'm here to give you value, to help you with manifesting, to help you make money, to help you achieve all of your amazing personal, financial, family, professional goals through my content, products and services, and just through what I do. Okay? So I feel compelled. I kind of want to grab an ancestor card. I think I'm going to go grab that in a minute. I normally would never leave. I don't really feel like this card tonight. I'm going to go get an angel's ancestor card, I think. Total. We're relieved to hear you don't need 2 years. Oh, that's really cool. Here, I'm not really feeling these. Let me give. Uh-oh. Oh. I was like, who is that? That's not like that. I'm so messed. Kimberly, you're so sweet. I have no problem if it's both. I can't do that tonight. I do have to call her back. I got to take this call. But I love you guys. I'll save the ancestor cards. Here, hold on. You guys can still hear me. So, I got some more in here. Let's see if I can one of the Archangel cards. I don't really know these cards that well. I just feel like pulling one. Okay, good. I really just felt like pulling one. So I'm going to pull a quick one. So here's the deal. Whether you're into this or not, I'm just going to share something. Number one, do a quick recap. Why you always catch their end. It's okay, Brian. Here's a quick recap. Number one, there's no such thing as something you don't bid on. You have to bid. You have to give a price quote. You have to give something. If a company says, hey, I have a no bid contract for you, thank them, wish them the best, and just know that that's not how it works. I showed the GSA schedule and how to handle that. I'm just going to write her right back. Hold on. There we go. I called her. She'll be good. So you can see what it looks like. The fact that you have to apply to get in there. You don't have to have 2 years of experience and necessarily have the kind of revenue that you think. A lot of the requirements have been changed. Okay. What do these things give you? GSA schedule, a set aside, like small business, 8A, hub zone. What does it give you? It shrinks your competition. That's what it does. On that GSA schedule, we were awarded $1 million contract with the forest. I mean, not forest, with Fish and Wildlife. We were just recently awarded a contract. I think it was a little under 30,000 on the GSA schedule with USDA FNS. Okay, I feel like I know. Normally I never do that. Archangel Charity, give with an open heart, be generous. I always have to read the book. I think this is a really good one for tonight as I close. And this is my first time doing some cards that are other than our normal cards. So basically, it's to open your heart and give without expectation of reward. This is a time for generosity. You may offer money, goods, assistance, or loving kindness. Whatever you choose to donate, it is your attitude that's being assessed by the universe. When you are big-hearted, magic happens in the cosmos, and the recipient of your giving, your generosity, is blessed not just by your gift, but also by the love which you offer it. This opens their heart to. Your guidance is to practice unconditional giving so you can feel your heart warming and expanding. This activates the spiritual law of grace so that you receive a tenfold return of divine energy into your life. Archangel Charity reminds you that altruism enriches your heart chakra and lights your ascension path with a golden glow. Now, you may be like, what in the... Ooh. Here's the bottom line. Sometimes you have to have grace and give to yourself in addition to others. I see this as both. You're giving to others by helping, by being here to support in the chat, by supporting in the Facebook group, by supporting social media, by asking questions. You're giving to yourself by having grace. Because when it comes to government contracting, the client is the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. And so don't forget about that. You're helping people who often are giving. It's amazing to give however it is that you give. So I think that's a good way to almost close. Thank you so much for y'all being here. I typically don't walk out a screen or have my phone on, but tonight is one of those nights where I did, and that's just part of life. So just have grace with me, have kindness with me. Kimberly, I saw a local litter contract. Use your subcontractor. Shoshana, you can go on FPDS. So if you want to know how to write a proposal that wins. And you can go on this website to look up past contracts. And you can change the date. Uh-oh. I see what happened. They didn't, just to sell. They didn't change the screen. So here they are. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go get ready for bed. I love and adore each and every one of you. Okay, James? So keep bidding. Check out proposal.wins.com, winnerswaybook.com. If you want one-on-one coaching, it's okay, James. I think you meant you were going to give us all $600. Okay, send me an email if you want one-on-one coaching. I love and adore you. Good night. Good night. Everything is possible, y'all. Don't forget to be giving. Channel that Archangel charity. I love and adore you all. Take care.